President Donald Trump addressed the nation last night from the Oval Office. I will tell you this. I support 100% that he addressed the nation last night. I think times like this call for the president to do that. There's something about the president sitting behind the desk in the Oval Office and speaking directly to the American people. There's something about that that draws Americans to the television and gives them a sense of calm. And look, he's the leader of the nation. We needed to hear from him last night. I thought the tone was right. I don't have an issue with really anything he laid out in that. And understand this. It's a pandemic. It is going to spread. It's still mainly affecting older people as far as getting really, really dangerous. Apparently, it does spread like wildfire. Your kids are going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Be careful. Wash your hands. Calm down. You don't need to bury yourself in a bunker somewhere. Take it serious. Probably more seriously than I'm taking it, but take it serious. And when I say more seriously than I'm taking it, I want you to understand something. I haven't changed really anything. Yes, we have bought more water. We've bought more canned goods just in case there's some kind of disruption with, food and water. Those things tend to be fairly important. But I don't panic. And frankly, I don't make any adjustments. None. I spent the day at an arcade playing video games with my kids. Why? Because life is too daggone short. And all these people who are screaming at you to panic and you have to, everyone's going to die. Let's dial that down a notch. And also, people have to live their lives. There's nothing more highfalutin than being in the Washington, D.C. media bubble, being one of these Washington, D.C. politicians and telling people, hey, just stay home. Well, working people can't do that. People have lives. People have hourly jobs. People have to go to work. People have small businesses. They can't just put a closed sign on the door and say, sorry, can't risk getting sick. People have to live their lives. So yes, be safe. Take precautions. Don't panic. Don't stop living your life. You can't. You can't do that to yourself. You can't do that to the economy. Here was President Trump last night.
Today, the World Health Organization officially announced that this is a global pandemic. We have been in frequent contact with our allies, and we are marshaling the full power of the federal government and the private sector to protect the American people. This is the most aggressive and comprehensive effort to confront a foreign virus in modern history. I am confident that by counting and continuing to take these tough measures, we will significantly reduce the threat to our citizens, and we will ultimately and expeditiously defeat this virus.
President Trump looked a little stiff there. That's clearly not exactly his wheelhouse, the sitting behind the desk. He does much better standing up, working the crowd, but be that as it may, that's nitpicking. I thought he had the right tone. I thought he did good. And I'm glad he's getting it out there about these tough measures. Here's the truth of the matter. This is going to be a difficult thing to overcome for people like me, for people like you, people who believe in individual liberty, small government. They don't want the government doing this. They don't want the government banning this, restricting that. And I never really want that, ever. However, when it comes to things like this and deadlier things, we're going to get one of those one day. The government is going to step in and do things that make me cringe. The government is going to say, you can travel here, you can't travel there. The government is going to say, you're no longer allowed on a plane. We have the governor in Washington banning people from attending events with over 250 people. There's already talk about President Trump banning air travel from American states. They are going to do things that make you and I uncomfortable. I am allowing in this moment, because it is a pandemic, a little bit of a grace period, understanding that some control has to be assumed over the American people in order to keep this thing from spreading. Hey, thanks so much for watching the first on YouTube. If you liked what you saw, go ahead and like and subscribe. You heard me. Like it, subscribe. You'll get a lot more of it and a lot more of me.